Hello, this is Chas with Heirloom Leaves and Seeds, and spring is definitely in the air in Tennessee. So I thought that I would show you around the garden with pictures and see what all is in bloom. I hope you guys are warm where you're at and are getting a little bit of a taste of spring. And I thought I would do the wedding planning video next week because it has been so beautiful and there is so much going on in the garden right now that I thought I'd do a quick video of everything that's blooming. Oh, these are so pretty. These are like a little double hyacinth. And first on the list is this cobia. I got a good jump on getting the seeds started this year, and I can't wait for this lovely cup and saucer vine to bloom. Here are some seedlings I'm starting to harden off in the greenhouse. I actually ran out of room, so I had to put some of my seedlings into the greenhouse to start hardening off and then eventually transplant. Here are some bells of Ireland, and I already have some in the garden growing. Our property has tons of daffodils. These were here when we purchased the house, and I love seeing them come up every year. They're just so beautiful and cheerful, and I really love to see them start blooming. Here we've got the double hyacinth. It's a beautiful pink color. These are around a lilac bush I have. Here's some periwinkle. I transplanted just a few of these and now they have covered a whole area around the house. Here is another daffodil. This one I planted and its name is Tete-a-Tete. And I've always liked this one since I worked at a greenhouse, and one of the owners of the greenhouse, they liked these and I do too. They're just smaller and very cute. Now this is just a weed and it's just growing out in the yard, but there's so many of them. It's just like tons of purple. It's so pretty. Here is another daffodil. Now I'm not 100% sure on the variety, but these fat blooms, oh my goodness, they're so chunky. I just love them. And if I had to guess, I would say Petite Four. This was just something curious out in the yard. It's a bunch of little blooms from moss, and there's just a little patch of them, and they are this bright yellow green color, and they're really cool, and they bloom the same place every year. Here is some mountain mint, and I planted this last year, and it wasn't really productive, but hopefully this year we will get to use it. Here is some apple mint just starting to pop up, and I love this mint. Looking forward to using it in bouquets this year. This is by far my favorite mint I have grown so far. Here is some rose shoots that are just starting to flesh out. I love this deep reddish purple color they produce. This is a hydrangea bud just starting to form. Love hydrangeas. Looking forward to growing them again this year. Here is some more daffodils. These are particularly pretty. There's a nice big clump and they just are looking gorgeous right now. This is a beautiful hellebore. I love this pink color. The hellebores are they're just looking so gorgeous right now. So many are blooming. I love this light pink one. They are just so beautiful. I think hellebore is probably one of my favorite spring flowers for sure. Here's another one. They're just covered in blooms. This year, I want to try to grow some from seed. I know this one is a species, it's not a hybrid, so I definitely want to try to grow some from seeds this year. I've never really tried it. I've had some sprout on their own, but this year I want to try to grow some of my own. They're just so pretty. And this one plant in particular, this one right here, oh my goodness, it is amazing how many blooms are on this plant. I mean, seriously, there's probably 100. I'll try to do a video on this plant. It's crazy how many blooms it has. And here we've got a flowering quince. This was on the property when we purchased it. It's a beautiful bright color that's always nice to see in the spring. Here we've got some blooms. I can't remember the shrub. I'll have to write it in. This is a funny story. This is some sort of cherry tree, I think. And I bought this at Tractor Supply like 3 years ago. And it has been nibbled on by deers, and it's 3 years old, and this is the first year it's bloomed. So I'm happy to see that. And here we've got some more hellebores. This is a white green variety, so beautiful. This plant too has quite a few blooms on it. Beautiful. It's been a good year for hellebores. Here's a picture of our pond. The frogs have been loving this warm weather, and I noticed today that there was some tadpoles in the pond already. So, looking forward to hearing frogs again. Here we've got some larkspur. I'm not sure on the variety, but they are all doing good. I have a couple varieties started. Here is some bachelor buttons. They're doing really good. I'm not sure why the ones on the one end are taller, but they're doing very good. Here's a poppy. I think this is Iceland poppies. Here is a perennial phlox, and they are doing really well. They're getting tons of new growth on them. So I trimmed them back some and just prepping them for the season. Ugh, these are pear trees, and I have allergies right now, and I'm a little suspicious of these guys. But the flowers are so beautiful. It doesn't matter. I love seeing these beautiful white blooms in the spring. Here is some sweet William. These guys are already starting to form some buds deep down in all this green. So looking forward to them. This is the mystery green that I have popping up everywhere. These guys have survived the winter even. I wish I knew what this plant was. Here is some feverfew up front and then some yarrow behind. These are out in our field garden section, and they all did really well. I love the upright growth habit of this yarrow. I cannot find the tag for this one, so I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I absolutely love the growth form on that. And I have a lot of elderberries, and they're starting to put their new growth on, so looking forward to some elderberry flowers and berries this year. Oh, this is another mystery plant. I'm not sure what it is, but it's doing very well. And so are the weeds. Oh, I didn't get a really good picture of them, but they are starting to pop up everywhere. So make sure to keep on top of that. We might even get some rain tonight. Well, here is some of the bachelor buttons. Then I have some larkspur. And these are some poppies that self-seeded. Then I have a row of viburnum, some morlea, and then agrostemma. Well, I hope you guys have a nice weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!